Nowadays in Hollywood, being fruity ain't cool no more. Everybody trying to get off the fruity train using Diddy as an exit. Not that long ago, it was in your best interest to be fruity. But now that Trump in office, you got people like Terrence Howard trying to say it with his chest and let the world know that he ain't never gave up his man card. And he throwing Diddy under the bus, even though they was partying together. They got pictures of Terrence Howard and Diddy being intimate with each other. And he can't explain what the people seeing because he already ostracized this man. Now we got to backtrack and look at his relationships. Look at the movies he played in. Look at the directors that he worked with and ask ourselves, did he give up his man card or not? It wasn't that long ago in Hollywood to where everybody was on the Zesty. I met an old janitor that used to work down there in Hollywood. He said every time Terrence Howard used the bathroom allegedly, big old block sugar cubes would come out his damn drawer. Every time. Man had a candy coated booty. And he talking about Diddy being zesty. I can't make this stuff up. Y'all need to listen at this. Hold on, get it together, bro. Get all that together. Yeah, take that off, put that on there. Y'all listen at this.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
He had to do it out in the open. With his name, his chest out, and his chin high.
Uh-oh.
Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers.
Is this motherfucker talking to me? It sounds like he trying to get personal, talking about you need to be out there in the wild with your taco meat hanging. Nigga, here go the taco meat. If that's what you looking for. They said you was zesty because you speaking on Diddy. Acting like y'all ain't have a relationship, like we ain't seen y'all in the pictures together. Now he want to be big, bad, and angry. Why he wasn't acting like that when Lee Daniels was telling him to hug on Justice Smollett? Where was the tough guy when him and Cookie was on Empire with all them zesty men? And ain't nothing wrong with being zesty. I'm just saying. He trying to make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world, like he ain't never worked with people, been around people, or done business with people that like what they like. Why he so mad about it? Why he so offended about it? He want to fight the whole world about it. And allegedly, him and Diddy was more than just friends. I was gonna call him Zeddy, because a lot of people say that's the nickname Terrence Howard got for him back when they was partying and things back in the day. So matter of fact, I'm gonna get out my feelings, but I feel like he was talking to me personally when he said that you gotta be a man, don't be hiding behind no keyboard. I whack him upside his head with this damn keyboard, man. Ain't nobody scared of Terrence Howard. The Steph Curry of acting. Ain't nobody worried about him, man. I'm gonna get out my feelings. I'm gonna let him say what he got to say.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open.
Okay.
With his name, his chest out, and his chin high.
Well, come on, motherfucker. You ain't said nothing but a word, man. He looking like he gonna do something out there in the forest, like he a warrior or something like that.
Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free reign to defame.
Oh, shit. Look, Terrence, I ain't know you was going that route and everything. I'm just trying to do entertainment, a little bit of comedy here and there, buy a loaf of bread, maybe a block of cheese, you know. He talking about suing people. He getting real serious about this thing. He getting petty like Cardi B. It really ain't that deep, brother. Everybody ain't got $1 million in the bank. I ain't got Lee Daniels' phone number. If I did, he probably would have blocked me by now. This grimy bastard. He threatening YouTubers and bloggers and things because we speaking on him being zesty. He should have never said what he said about Diddy. Oh Lord, these celebrities need to find something to do with themselves.
This is citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation.
He right.
Fair
He
use
right.
is not a shield for character assassination.
He right.
So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusation.
He ain't zesty, y'all. What I said about them sugar cubes falling out his drawers, I made all that shit up. I ain't never met no janitor cleaning up in them Hollywood bathrooms and sweeping up big blocks of sugar every time he pulled out his drawers to use the bathroom. That was all fabricated. I made that up for entertainment purposes. Now that I know he trying to sue people, I'm going to change the title, the thumbnail, and everything. We going to get rid of all that stuff, man. You can't even have a sense of humor with these people no more. He's sensitive. Whatever happened to being a man? You know, somebody say something about you, take it on the chin. He trying to sue a nigga. Come on now.
Because in the old world, men didn't hide behind anything. When they spoke against someone, they had to speak it with their whole being. And if you're going to speak against me, then use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. Man to man, eye to eye, integrity and in truth.
I know that ain't no teardrop coming down his eye. He dead ass serious with this shit.
I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man. If you're going to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it. If you're going to talk about...
So is he a male or a female? He talking about geometries and shit. I knew it was something flimsy about this nigga, man. That might be Lisa Ray for all we know. With a John Leguizamo mustache. That's what he looked like to me. He might be a transgender for all we know. Talking about if you want to speak about his geometry, we don't know what they did to him. He probably one of them surrogacy babies. I'm confused. Don't that nigga look like Lisa Ray with a John Leguizamo mustache? Got tig old bitties. Got on about 5 different shirts trying to hide them tig old bitties. I don't know about this nigga, man. He got me all confused. Either he gonna be zesty or no. And if so, quit complaining about it. Hold up.
Right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man. If you're going to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it. If you're going to talk about the supersymmetry, speak of other supersymmetries that would work.
Slow down, man. What the hell is a geometry and the supersymmetry? I ain't gonna be no ignorant motherfucker on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? What super symmetry? I don't type in scary cemetery. Please excuse. I don't know what the fuck a supersymmetry is, man. Super oh shit, I don't cut the damn thing off messing with this man. Y'all stay tuned. Cause S.A.T is educational, man. We don't do this stuff just for kicks and giggles. Y'all gonna learn something watching these videos. He says supersymmetry. Supersymmetry, what the fuck that mean? A supersymmetry is an extension of the standard model that aims to fill some of the gaps. Sound like some zesty shit to me. It predicts a partner particle for each particle in a standard model. You talking about sex toys or something like that? These new particles will solve a major problem with the standard model, fixing the mass of the Higgs boson. Shit, I don't even eat hog's head cheese. This motherfucker, I don't know where he's shopping at. I know it ain't Whole Foods. And talking about a supersymmetry. What else he said? I don't forgot, man. I ain't about to be fooling with this man all night. Reggie, put that other clip back on. He said supersymmetries.
And say it like a man. If you're going to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it.
Geometries. We're going to get to the bottom of this shit tonight, man. Before he continue to make a fool out of me, I ain't going to make a fool out of myself. Geometry. What that mean? He said geometry from ancient Greek. See, that's some other zesty shit he talking about. Earth, land is a branch of mathematics concerned with properties of space, such as the distance, shape, size. Is he talking about phalluses? And related position of figures. He's extreme. He's wildly gay at this point, man. He want the geometries and the supersymmetries while speaking about Diddy. It ain't that deep.
Say it like a man. If you're going to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it. If you're going to talk about the supersymmetry, speak of other supersymmetries that would work against it. If you're going to talk about the white papers, provide your own white paper as an argument.
Now he talking about rolling up zigzags and shit. If you want to come have a conversation with him about anything, bring your own blunt wraps and meet him in the God, wherever the hell he at, Barbados, wherever the hell he at. If you want to speak about the symmetries and the geometry, bring your own zigzags so we could talk about this like men.
Other supersymmetries that would work against it. If you're going to talk about the white papers, provide your own white paper as an argument to argue against the equations or the conclusions.
He shrugged his shoulders. He don't even know what the fuck he talking about. He figure ain't nobody gonna Google this shit. What he said now? Hold on.
The equations or the conclusions.
Nigga out here.
But we're going to do this respectfully. Otherwise, we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel. We're only one.
A duel, two swords swinging. That's what he really want. He wanted to be a duel. He grabbed his sword, you grab your sword. He want to fight it out, man to man.
One person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're going to do this like men. So, get ready. Get ready.
If you have a 700 plus credit score,
Shit,
you qualify for Chase's new program where you can access up to
You ain't talking to me.
Wait a minute. What is that?
My baby wipes.
I know.
This nigga got baby wipes. Literal, he got the baby wipes, not the dude wipes. This nigga got baby wipes and a big ass watermelon in his bag. That's fruity on top. That's fruit on top of fruit. And he talking about Diddy. My baby wipes. Those are my baby wipes. So he could wipe his tush with extra powder on it. What the fuck?
Wait a minute. What is that?
My baby wipes.
I know. No, that's the baby wipes. What is that?
A watermelon. Smith County watermelon.
He gonna be shitting smooth and wiping his ass gently. Like, I can't eat anything heavy. You know, it's gonna hurt. It's just watermelon and baby wipes. It's the only thing. I came here to heal. His ass in Honduras trying to get them cheeks back together.
That's not gonna get through security.
Yes, it will.
You
You can take an orange or an apple or a grapefruit. You can take fruit.
Excuse me?
Made it. Everyone.
Fruity motherfucker. He couldn't leave without that damn watermelon and them apples and them grapes.
How you doing? This is the next phase in eating a good watermelon, especially a Smith County watermelon. If you get the seeds, you have to first clean them and then put them in some water, you know, room temperature water. The ones that sink to the bottom is actually the viable seeds. The ones that sink to the top, they say aren't viable, but I still sometimes.
Who ass he gonna be? He talking all that tough talk. All you gotta do is flip them watermelons in the air. He gonna lose his shit. Like, not my seeds. He gonna be on the ground trying to pick them shits up. And that's when you can kick him in his ass. The rumor is this, man. His relationship with Diddy is more than what he's talking about. There's no reason to be speaking on stuff that don't relate to you. He must have known these pictures was gonna resurface with him partying with Diddy and having the time of his life. Because like I said earlier, once upon a time, if you wasn't with the Zesty, you wasn't cool. If you spoke out against the Zesty, you wasn't cool. So it lets you know we're in a different time now to where all them people that was with it back in the day, they trying to denounce it using Diddy as the scapegoat. But they was all freaking off. They was all popping them drugs. They was all in them clubs doing whatever they was doing. And it was all right for the time, but it ain't all right no more. But it's too late. Why don't he just own it? He was the face of Empire. And a lot of people didn't watch the show because it was too much weird going on the show. And a lot of people loved the show because it was a lot of weird stuff going on. People had a choice. Rather, they wanted to indulge in shows like Empire or not. Not only did he indulge, he was on the damn cast. So why is he speaking out against Diddy now? That's what I want to know, man.
We'll lay them out as well to see if they have a chance, because maybe they've just been discounted. But after a week, you should see some sprouts once we put another cool thing over the top of it. And then we'll plant it. Let's see what happens.
I have to go turn it on in a couple seconds. This is where everything came to life. All of them came alive. There was a lot more sunlight out here. I forgot that with the change in the season, that this would get a limited amount of light. So I don't know how much these will mature, but they turned out to be really, really.
Man, if that ain't Michael Jackson playing, I don't know what the hell going on. He said his man card is still intact, y'all. Ain't nobody loosening them cheeks. He all the way there. He got a bare chest. He got hair on his chest. He just a manly man. He growing watermelons. This man got a garden all over the house. He growing fruit on top of the house. He live in the fruit palace and got the nerve to be speaking about Diddy being Zesty. This is a conversation that he should have never wanted to have. And it be the main people that be going hard on people of another community that really get down like that. They say, and I ain't saying that's what Terrence Howard doing, but y'all got to see this for what it is, man. Ain't that much fruit in the damn world. He can't even leave a country without coming back with some fruit. Like he ain't got fruit at home. This man got 1 million watermelon seeds trying to take another watermelon out of Honduras. Somebody make shit make sense. Like he already ain't got enough fruit. And I know health is wealth. But come on, brother. Who is he fooling? I don't see no spears over there. Where the hell is his rifle? You come over his house tripping, he gonna be on the roof throwing watermelons at your head. Then got the nerve to issue out a public threat to humanity. Y'all could believe what y'all want to believe. And I ain't trying to call him out or nothing like that. He talking about suing people. I don't want them type of problems. I just think it's kind of strange for him to be the voice of reasoning when it comes to people being zesty. And ain't nothing wrong with being zesty. If that's what you want to do, he can afford to be zesty. If he want to grow watermelons, fucking grapes and oranges for the rest of his life, that's absolutely fine. But what that got to do with Diddy?
This is where everything came to life. All of it came alive. There was a lot more sunlight out here. I forgot that with the change in the season, that this would get a limited amount of light. So I don't know how much these will mature, but they turned out to be really, really pleasant and beautiful. And we'll see what happens next year. I'm gonna hope that these will keep growing. I don't know, but whatever happens, let me take you up top. Hold this 1 second. Come on now. Come on, watch that. So these.
Man, I ain't trying to be zesty and rewind what I just saw. So I'm gonna let that slide, man. But as a grown, as an old man, ain't no point in wearing no thongs. Unless you got a condition that need to keep you intact. You need something to keep you zip locked tight for whatever reason is. But he jumped up there. I ain't rewinding that. If you ain't catch it, I'm mad I caught it. I wasn't even looking to catch it. But Terrence, you gonna have to cut this madness out, brother.
But whatever happens, let me take you up top. Hold this 1 second.
Oh hell no! This nigga got roses and shit all on his drum. Get this nigga out of here, man.
Come on now. Come on, watch that. So these are how you're taking already aerated container. Good soil. If you want to put in here, want it to be good and tall. Get it up to the top. Take your finger, stick your finger in there.
Now he humping on the damn. He fucking just sodomized the damn dirt, man. The soil. He's got his finger all in the soil, talking about he ain't said this ain't no manly shit that he got going on. Ain't nothing manly about this. He ain't said nothing with his chest not one damn time, man. And it's pissing me off. Why these celebrities using Diddy to get off the Zesty train? Why, man? He already going through hell. Why kick that man when he down? Y'all was the main ones at his parties having the time of y'all life. It's disturbing, man. Terrence, he making a lot of people mad with this madness.
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to be another man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that.
He trying to lead the wrong crusade. Let me explain it to y'all. Just in case it went over y'all head. He throwing himself to the fire. And I understand why he doing it. Because America in a new place, America headed in a new direction, and all that stuff that they was doing is played out now. All that Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels carrying on, it ain't gonna fly in Trump's America. You ain't gonna have no choice but to buy a pickup truck after a while. It's gonna be hard for you to get your hands on a foreign car. Everybody gonna have to get with the program, man. It's gonna be a lot of brothers out here with their Carhartt shit on. That's where we headed to. He already out there farming. He know what's coming down the pipeline. He already got 1 million watermelons set up so him and his kids don't go hungry. You can't be fruit like that no more. It ain't flying in Trump's America. That boy Elon, one of his kids, is Zesty. So he got a vendetta against people out there like his child, man. Terrence Howard trying to stay ahead of the curve. But since he the first one to throw the first stone at the LBGTT, he gonna catch hell on the back end. He better get ready to remake a Rambo movie or some shit. He gonna have to come into his ultimate masculinity the next time he do a movie, unless he plan on retiring. He gonna have to come out there like Conan the Barbarian, but quit eating the watermelons and pick up a steak. That's what's happening, man. It's game over. Them days gone. Put it like this. Cut that music off. These accusations against Diddy, if they would have been giving them accusations 10 years ago, people would have been celebrating Diddy. They would have been applauding him like he did what to that man's butt? Diddy did what? He's a freak like that. It would have been people down there protesting, let him go, let him go. But now they making it seem like what Diddy was doing is a crime. It was all right not that long ago. Terrence Howard, he see what's going on. He trying to save his ass, but I think it's a little too late, y'all.
That back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have...
If this nigga ain't juicy, I don't know what fluid is. He the epitome of fluid. He all the way there, man. And that's absolutely fine. People willing to accept him for who he is. Why is he throwing dirt on other people, regardless of what they decided to do? I mean, you can't cry over spilled milk. It's a bunch of men out there that played themselves in entertainment. And they look back like, damn, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have did it like this or did it like that. He's shitting on everybody in the industry, men and women. And who's to say that he didn't have to conform in order to work with these people? I'm pretty sure if he was talking like this when they was doing Empire, nobody would have been comfortable to work with him or any movie he ever did. If they knew that this was his stance during that time, they would have casted somebody else. The fans of the show wouldn't have watched the show if he was talking like this back then because they would have been offended. I told y'all why he doing it. And it's a shame that he using Diddy to do what he doing, especially when people got pictures out there. And allegedly, they got tapes. The trial start on Cinco de Mayo, and Cassie gonna be testifying in Spanish. And ain't no telling what she gonna say unless you bilingual. All hell about to break loose. He trying to stay ahead of the curve. So when the rumors do come out, if they do got video footage, he could say, oh, that's AI. I denounced that a month before all of the shit hit the fan. I let the world know where I stand. Y'all can make your little AI videos and all that. That's why he was talking the way he was talking in that first video, talking about if you use my image or whatever, the copyright ain't gonna save your ass because he knows something coming down the pipeline, and he was the main one up in it.
His chin high, not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm others' reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character.
Wasn't nobody thinking about his ass. Wasn't nobody concerned about what he do with his butt or nothing like that. Wasn't nobody concerned about his man card. And as far as the black community go, he already lost his black card a long time ago, man. People accept him and watch his movies. He's a hell of an actor. But people of color ain't really concerned about him like that. Mister ain't never seen him with a sister, ever, unless he was acting in the movie. Unless he kissed Taraji P. Henson, he looked like he was about to pass out after he did that. He always been with the original Sukihana, not the knockoff Dollar Tree version. I'm talking about the real Sukihana. That's who he always been with. Beautiful family. He worried about his man card. What about that black card, brother? Ain't nobody worried about your man card. You could be as fluid or whatever you could party with Diddy, Lee Dang. Ain't nobody judging him. He got the right to shut the fuck up. People appreciate his acting skill. And that goes to show he's a hell of an actor. He get out there. And one thing I like about Terrence Howard is he represent a brother in the media the right way, man. I got some uncles that barbecue, they look just like Terrence Howard. They keep a straight razor and they'll cut the shit out you. You know, he smokes cigarettes. People can relate to Terrence Howard because his brothers out there like him. And that's why we willing to let whatever he do in his personal life, damn, she fine. Whatever he do in his personal life, people will let him do that. Ain't nobody judging him. So why would somebody that's so unjudged come out and judge a whole group of people, judge Diddy, and denounce something that don't nobody really care about unless he know that it's some things that's about to be coming out. You figure if Jay-Z came out beforehand and said, I never mess with no underage girls. I ain't never, Diddy probably did that, but I ain't never do it. If Jay-Z came out a month before them allegations and denounced all of that, it would be hard to stick that to him because he already denounced it. So by Terrence Howard jumping out the window, so in the future, if Jussie Smollett or any of them other cast members from Empire feel like they want to tell it, or somebody doing bad, they want to expose Hollywood and they got his name all up in it, him being with Diddy, him being Diddy's acting coach, he already addressed it on the platform, so it ain't gonna hold no weight. That's damn, she look good. Where he went to Bangkok or something, he got 2 of them on his arm. The hell he doing? Like, I gotta have the best of the best, brother. I eat good, I live good, and I fuck good. I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? If he happy, I'm happy. But he a little too damn happy. Is that he beating on no women? They don't know nigga jitsu or nothing? They better take some taekwondo classes with his ass. Shit, their grandfather kicking the door with them Bruce Lee shoots on and go upside his head. Damn, he gave her a black eye. Terrence Howard ex-wife Michelle, she claimed that he beat her ass and claiming he beat her to within an inch of her life. Damn, she was almost dead. Like, I tell you not to fuck with me, man. Shit, he probably gave her his demo. Like, you know, I've been working real hard on this, man. I want you to listen to it. I got a couple of love songs for me and you, you know, because I be thinking about you, baby. I want you to listen to my demo. He go in the bathroom. She laid out on the floor, the demo in the toilet. Is this what the fuck I think it is, man? He put the demo in her mouth and started. And ain't nothing funny about this. I'm just saying, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp. I see what's going. God damn. Whoop the brakes off of it. And ain't nobody judge him or criticize him for this. And he got the nerve to be speaking. He ain't no better than Diddy. We seen what Diddy did to Cassie. And that was horrible. But he Cassied her ass. And he was at the party with Diddy. Man, this man need to get somewhere and chill out. Do y'all see this? Terrence Howard's ex-wife Michelle Gentz files another lawsuit against the actor, claiming he beat her ass to within an inch of her life. God damn. Ooh, her and Cassie need to get together and do a demo. Oh no. He dragged her. He put a knot on her head. Terrence, you ain't got no business speaking on Diddy. No way, no how, man. He need to join the Wu-Tang Clan with this shit. Or either that, or she need to protect her neck. That's fucked up. That's messed up. And see, people wouldn't be digging up this type of stuff if he wasn't doing all this talking. Lee Daniels got his hand on his shoulder, like before you know it, that hand gonna be on the back of his head. They all got their legs crossed like some boss bitches. And he talking about, when you see me, say it with your chest. If you see him and say it with your chest, you might blow his ass back into the bushes. Oh, have mercy. He showed up to the all-black premiere. You got people from BET out there. His brother's still doing the Arsenio Hall shit. And he show up looking like he at a Kill Bill premiere or something. But that's Negro here nor there. And ain't nothing wrong with interracial dating, especially when they got high cheekbones and big lips and things. She might as well be black. He should have spray painted her ass before they went out there. Like, baby, I need you to stay still for me. Just pretty please, just stay still. It would have took about 3 squirts to get her right for the red carpet. They would have thought that was Angela Simmons or somebody if he would have did that. Mm-hmm. But that's Negro. I've been sizing up this man's wife ever since we did the live. And people leaving and stuff. I know y'all mad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like y'all scared to call and get on the camera. It is. I ain't mad about it, man. Because I can only imagine what half of y'all looking like on a Thursday night. So we ain't even worried about that part. This the part I need to get to so we can wrap this thing up and never talk about it again. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. Yep, we're gonna finish. We're gonna deal with this real quick, and I'm through with it.
Any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
Hey,
you don't trade that.
I need y'all to help me out.
What.
I need y'all to help me out, man. What was the boy name on Empire? The dude, they said they pimped him out and he turned into a prostitute and he ain't never get his life back on track. What was his name? Because I'm trying to look him up to make a point. I know he was on Empire. Let me type in because he sound like he's speaking on that dude. Okay, somebody said his name was Bryce Shear. Let me type that in. Wait. Y'all need to see this before I get to that. Lee Daniels on Creating without the blanket of drugs and alcohol. So Lee Daniels is big on drugs. He said all he did was drugs. Like he was a junkie before he got on. So his morality was shot. And he, you know, that's how he ended up the way he ended up, because them drugs got the best of his ass. Look at this, man. The United States versus Billie Holiday. Hold on. We got to do this real quick. Y'all stay tuned. Because Terrence Howard, he's speaking on people that he shouldn't What the hell? He said what? He said Monsters Ball was financed with drug money. Well, goddamn. Dame Dash did say he fronted him $2 million and he ain't never get the money back. He probably ain't give him the money back because he didn't know how to wash the money. Like, damn, how I'm gonna pay you back some damn drug money? What you want me to do? Give you some kilos or some shit? Lee Daniels revealed in a new interview that the majority of his movies have all been independently financed through his company, with Monsters Ball notably funded using drug money. God damn, he the Al Capone of motherfucking movies. He the Scarface of Hollywood. Shit, I know Terrence Howard like that. Like, now what movie you want me to do again? I'll do whatever you want me to do, Lee. Just keep me supplied, brother. Keep me supplied. Like, don't worry about that, baby. Oprah got a shipment coming in next month. This man said all these movies, he the Big Meech of film, or whatever the case is. And he was a big drug. He said he was on drugs bad. Lee Daniels come clean about drug-fueled past. He was all about the dope, all about the crack, all about the Yola. Director says he lived it up as young actor's manager when he first came to Hollywood. He was living it up as a young actor's manager. The Butler, directed by The Butler with 2 B's, directed by Lee Daniels, has revealed that he enjoyed a drug-fueled lifestyle in his early days in the entertainment industry when he worked as a casting director and an actor's manager representing the likes of Michael Shannon. He was a casting director. So when you come in to read the script, when you come in to do your audition, Lee Daniels sitting there looking at you like, you really want this role? And he high out his mind. Oh, so you want to be in Hollywood, huh? Oh, we can make something happen. What you gonna do? They probably take you in another room. That's where the audition really go down. Allegedly, man. He said he was on drugs. He was cracked out. Ain't no telling what he had them actors, them people coming in there doing. Before achieving success as a producer with Monsters Ball and later as a director with the Sapphire adaptation Precious, Daniels acted as an actor's representative in the 90s. He told the Hollywood Reporter, oh, back then, we all did drugs. I lived it up. Are you kidding me? Among those on Daniels' books was actor Wes Bentley, who has confessed that his years out of the acting spotlight were due to substance abuse. Following his sudden success, age 21, with the 1999 film American Beauty, Daniels said, I watched Wes F up a lot of opportunities. He created many, many movie stars. Him not doing Spider-Man, that was his killer. So these people, who said, that's just Lee Daniels. What's the other boy name? What y'all said it was? Brashear? What's his name? Brashear Gray. I gotta look him up real quick. Spill a nigga name. Did I get it right? Damn, man. They said he got to do jail time. Empire star Brashear Gray pleads guilty and felony DOM violence case. He must. So he in jail right now. Can y'all believe it? And for Terrence Howard to be speaking on this, speaking on how people give up the man card, and he was right in the midst of it. Why he ain't pull them boys to the side and say, hey, y'all ain't got to do that. Take it from me. If I ain't have to do it, you ain't got to do it. Or y'all don't have to do that, man. Where was his mentorship? And he was around these people all day long. Bashir Gray, known for his role as Hakeem Lion on Empire, has entered a guilty plea in his domestic violence case, and he will have to spend some time behind bars. Damn, look at this babe. They smiggled his ass, and he ain't deserve it. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Gray pled guilty to felony aggravated assault, and as part of his plea agreement, he's been sentenced to 10 days in the county jail and 3 years of probation. Shit, he probably loved every last minute of that. Like, I'll be back, boys. I'll be back. As part of the deal, Gray also been ordered to pay restitution. He must also enroll in the domestic violence offender treatment program. So that's messed up. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. Prostitution. Let me look at this.
Aquí en Stone Mountain Volkswagen tenemos un dicho. Nosotros podemos ayudarte. ¿Buscas asesoría sobre opciones de financiamiento? Nosotros podemos ayudar.
Make the shit out of here. Now my stomach growling. I don't know what the hell they was talking about, but it got me thinking about going to Del Taco. Lord, y'all wait for this. It's only going to, let me see if they still speaking.
No tiene por qué ser complicado. Aquí en Volkswagen Stone Mountain decimos. No.
Shit, I'm gonna give me some guacamole with my shit tomorrow. Okay, here you go.
We're trying to figure out the situation. You need to help us verify what you're telling us.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Up first tonight, we're following breaking news in the arrest of Brashear Gray, one of the stars of the hit show Empire. Tonight, we're seeing hours of new video from his July arrest.
What the hell?
With his wife flagging down police and telling them the actor had assaulted her for hours inside their Goodyear home. The bizarre jailhouse interview lasting for 2 hours as they try to piece together a chaotic chain of events.
Team 12's Michael Doudna brings us the late-breaking details from the celebrity's high-profile arrest right here in the Valley.
It looked like something that came out the damn zoo.
TV star in handcuffs after police say he assaulted his wife.
I have a career. I'm an artist. I have a lot of things to lose.
Brashear Gray is known from his role as Hakeem on the hit show Empire. Now, for the first time, we see Gray defending himself in his own words.
It's like, this is my t-shirt, but that's not my crime, you know?
The alleged crime, brutal. Gray's wife calling 911 after escaping him at a Goodyear QT, claiming Gray punched her hundreds of times, strangled her, and threatened her with a knife. But Gray claims to police it wasn't him, but some guy named Mark.
I guess they got into an argument or whatever. I was at my friend's house playing football.
But Gray's wife says she knows exactly why Gray claimed Mark carried out the crime.
He just says his name is Mark. That's like his old nickname.
In what is a bizarre 2-hour interview with police.
Oh man, this man got alter egos and shit, man. That Hollywood stuff is crazy. And you figure in order for them to be actors, they got to be able to channel some more other shit. You know, I just seen the interview with Will Smith talking about, hey, he got to channel these characters. They get stuck in these roles, and before you know it, they don't even know who the fuck they are anymore. It's some deep shit, man. And Lee Daniels sound like he the puppet master of all of this. But I ain't gonna lie, I got love for Lee Daniels. He a brother that made his way in the game. It's a shady business, and he thriving. Gotta give him some credit for that. But for Terrence Howard to be coming out, saying the stuff he been saying, only got me scratching my head. Because he been in the midst of it for a long ass time. He know what time it is. Why would he speak out against his colleagues like this? Why would he try to exit the Zesty train using Diddy before it's too late? Because he know that eventually, once this trial really gets started, a lot of people in Hollywood gonna be getting exposed. All them people that was at them parties, the whole entire industry, the truth gonna finally come out, how it really go down. And he ain't trying to be, he's saving his own ass. He grabbed the parachute, the plane about to crash. He made sure he got his parachute and jumped off before it really went down. So he feel like he in the clear. Like they heard what I had to say about it. So when all this weird shit start coming out, y'all can miss me with that. I got my man card. That's what he's selling to the people.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me, for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody.
So is he an acting coach part-time? Do he do this full-time? He take time out his schedule to be an acting coach? You figure if you want to get into basketball, you ain't going to hire Michael Jordan to come be your basketball coach. You get somebody that's a athletics coach or something. You hire a trainer or something. You ain't going to get one of Hollywood's elites to come help you develop your acting skills. Is there some pay stubs involved? Did they work out some numbers? Did he get a check? He talking about he went over there and Puffy just staring at him. How long was he staring? Was it an hour? How did they leave? Did they shake hands? They ain't have no dialogue, no conversation. He just went over there and Diddy was just staring at him and he was staring back. They ain't had no drinks. It wasn't no girls around. It wasn't none of that. Bullshit. And where was they going to do the acting? In his living room, his dining room? They was going to do it in front of the pool. You figure y'all meet at a studio or Universal, some shit, if it's professional. So he trying to make it seem like he had a professional, unprofessional relationship with Diddy. That was weird. He gonna have to make up his mind, man.
A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually,
this man said he still got to do the Chitlin circuit. I'm through with it, man. Y'all can do what y'all want to do with Terrence Howard. I'm going to keep on loving the brother and appreciating his acting skills and the movies and stuff he done did. I ain't never say he wasn't good at what he do. But he said he got to keep on working the Chitlin circuit and maybe one day he'll have some freedom for himself. Well, what the hell he been doing thus far? That don't sound like no bullshit to me. He ain't bend over yet. He need to get the bending because he about to be 60-something years old talking about he got to work the Chitlin circuit. He going to keep on doing the black thing. And hopefully somebody will come down there or whatever, order his movie or whatever. He got to keep it black. Do what works for him. If he had his way, he'll be doing Star Trek movies and shit. If he could break that mold and get out of that casting that they got him in, he would love to do something else. I know he would. But he figure, I'm just going to keep on doing the Chitlin circuit to pay these damn bills. I may not have the life I want, but I got the wife I want. So whatever I got to do to make this stick, then hell, as long as my baby happy, I take money from these niggas and give it to her any day. And ain't nothing wrong. I ain't trying to say nothing wrong with that. This is absolutely beautiful. If that's what he like, I love it. A lot of brothers feel like this. I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's wrong. But he feel like he got to play a jigaboo just to give whatever her name is, whatever she want. Leave Diddy out of it. That's all I got to say about it. Puffy didn't do nothing wrong then when everybody was at his parties. Don't kick the man while he in jail. They was kicking it with him. Now they just kicking this man. It ain't right. Y'all need to listen at this. Shout out to Kiki's Tea.
Man, Diddy was wilding out even more than we thought, because the tea that Terrence Howard just spilled is insane. Y'all know how every big celeb has been claiming that they had no bad experiences with Diddy and that he couldn't possibly be the person that the media is painting him out to be. Well, Terrence is calling BS on that, because according to him, Diddy allegedly put moves on him and allegedly tried to S.A. him. But that's not all, because he also gave some tea about how Diddy's actions went down and the things that happened to men at those parties. If y'all thought we knew the craziest parts about the freak-offs, well, better hold on tight, because it's about to get crazier. Let's spill this tea. Okay, so one thing about Terrence Howard, he's always going to call the industry out on its BS, as well as the people in the industry. Now, I know he's no Cat Williams or Jaguar Wright, but he has done a pretty good job of calling out people in the industry for trying to effeminize black men. It was so bad that, according to him, it played a part in him leaving the industry. And from the looks of things, it appears that his experience with Diddy was the final push that sent him over the edge, but we're going to get to that in a bit. A while back, Terrence opened up about why he really walked away from Hollywood and quit acting. And nope, it wasn't because he was tired or struggling to find roles. He says it had more to do with feeling like the industry was trying to strip him of his masculinity. Once he pushed back and didn't go along with the program, he claims the industry suddenly switched up on him, and the next thing he knew, he was being branded as hard to work with. Sound familiar? That kind of thing tends to happen a lot when someone refuses to play by the industry's rules. We've seen it happen with so many people, from Monique to Cat Williams and countless other celebs who refuse to be corrupted. Now let's keep it real. Nobody's out here pretending Terrence Howard is squeaky clean. He's been wrapped up in his fair share of drama over the years, and for a while, it felt like the chaos in his personal life was getting more attention than anything he did on screen. The man just couldn't seem to keep his name out of the headlines, and not in a good way. Back in 2010, he was accused of getting physical with his first wife, and that situation blew up fast, with the public quick to express outrage. But sadly, that wasn't the only incident. In 2011, his second wife, Michelle Gint, filed for a restraining order claiming DV. The court ended up granting it, which only added fuel to the fire and had people seriously questioning the type of person he was. The wildest part is that Terrence hadn't exactly denied any of these allegations. In fact, he's talked about them openly in interviews. Like that one time he straight up admitted to slapping his second wife in front of their kids. He said, "She was talking to me real strong and I lost my mind and slapped her in front of the kids." What really makes you pause is how, despite the serious accusations surrounding Terrence Howard, his career barely took a hit. He kept booking roles like nothing happened. Even after publicly admitting to some of the claims, he still managed to snag major roles, eventually landing the role of Lucius Lyon on Empire, which turned out to be one of the biggest shows on TV during its run. It's wild how little.
That's because people knew or know he got it in him to really slap somebody. You know, that pimp shit go a long way. When in real life, he make a pimp move, people in the barbershop was talking about it and was excited about it for the most part. Like, damn, you know, he the real deal. He'll really slap a bitch if it boils down to it. Slap the fire out your ass, man. And a lot of people appreciate that about Terrence Howard. I ain't saying it's right, but it's hard out here for a pimp. And he in Hollywood trying to get the money for the rent. His wife at home, talking all that shit. He lost it in front of the kids. He said she was speaking real strong to him. Somebody in the chat said that she called him the N-word. And that's when he went clean upside her motherfucking head. He wrong for that. But when Black Hollywood heard about it, it'd have been different if he had a black wife. If he left Keisha bruised, then people been like, I ain't watching his movies or whatever. But when they heard, it's wrong either way. But as y'all can see, people gave him another chance. You know,
backlash he faced professionally, considering the gravity of what was out there. So when Terrence suddenly dropped the news in December 2022 that he was retiring from acting, people were definitely caught off guard. The timing fell off because he was still landing big roles, had a loyal fan base, and there wasn't any major scandal or public drama that would have explained such an abrupt exit. But according to Terrence, there was more going on behind the scenes. He says the industry kept putting him in situations that made him feel like his manhood was being chipped away at. And once he pushed back and refused to play along, he claims Hollywood Hollywood didn't waste any time icing him out, which left him no choice but to walk away completely. Well, as it turns out, retirement didn't last too long for Terrence. He eventually made his way back into the spotlight, and since then, he's been on a bit of a mission. Terrence hasn't held his tongue when it comes to calling out what he sees as the shady, behind-the-scenes realities of the entertainment world. One of the main things he keeps bringing up is the pressure he says he faced to wear dresses on camera. He claims he was pushed to do it more than once, but always stood his ground and said no. According to him, these moments had nothing to do with the actual storylines because they were just meant to embarrass or emasculate him, plain and simple. And this isn't some brand new complaint either. Over the years, a number of black
man, they would have glamorized his ass. If they would have put a dress on Terrence Howard and shaved his mustache, y'all would have thought he was Lisa Ray or somebody. That would have been disgusting. Terrence Howard come out there sashaying with a cigarette in his mouth, with lipstick smeared all over it. Come on, man. They asked him to do it numerous of times. They would have hit him with that makeup and shit. They would have had to do a Joanna Man sequel if he would have went along with it. With his cadences and shit, men would have been confused for years to come. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. You was raised up on them Terrence Howard movies. That's what's wrong with your way. He would have devastated generations if he would have went along with their diabolical program, man. Oh, man, that would have been horrible. You know what? I know I said a lot of mean things about him, and I'm just doing it for entertainment purposes, but Juwan Howard, Terrence Howard, thank you so much for not putting on a damn dress, man. Because that would have psychologically screwed a lot of people over. They probably would have had, if they could take a lot of women out there that look crazy and turn them into princesses and stuff, that makeup, they could do any damn thing with it, man. They would have tricked and fooled a lot of people because he already damn near effeminate. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. You did good by the committee. He got the right to say what he wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? If that's what he mean by he kept his man card, he kept his man card. I'll give him that. You know, he could say what he wanted to say about Diddy because somebody said he already put on the wig like Diddy. Hey, that's all right. He had the mustache on. Pimps and shit look like that all the time. When he put on the wig, he looked like a pimp. So, you know, it ain't like he had on, they ain't Nicki Minaj's ass because they could have gave him the whole Eddie Murphy suit with some on. They could have Jessica Rabbited his ass. And that would have been, it would have been game over, man. People, thank you, Terrence. Thank you.
Black male actors and comedians have spoken out about facing the exact same kind of pressure, being pushed by producers to wear dresses in movies or sketches where it didn't fit the story at all. Dave Chappelle, for example, has been calling this out for years. He's made it clear that he believes there's a pattern in Hollywood of trying to feminize black men by casting them in roles that involve wearing dresses or acting in overly feminine ways. Chappelle's been upfront about the fact that his refusal to play along caused real friction behind the scenes and in some cases led to serious fallout with powerful figures in the industry. Cat Williams also said the same thing in his interview with Club Shay Shay, calling BS on the industry practice of trying to force black men to be more feminine.
Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no.
Y'all see that, man? That's the reason why I made the video. Everybody trying to use Diddy as a scapegoat. Everybody that was at his party. Everybody that's been in the industry for a long time, they scared about the public finding out about their mess, so they all hiding behind Diddy. They using him as a shield, just in case anything go on. If you denounce him, then you one of the good guys, or you ain't with that shit. It is what it is, man. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.